3-1. I think they win this one. Let us know. I'm going to run the prediction bot in just a moment. But we're getting started, guys. Game 1. Sharks v Eagles. Major matchup. The top RLPC. Here we go. And already nothing shot on target. A little bit too high. Good demo from DTR too. As Luca will try to slice downfield. He gets it past the DTR. Maybe they'll bail his team out. And a missed touch there. Actually pops it over Mitch. Still, and Goku with a miss. Now, I'm not familiar with Goku. Possibly a sub for these Eagles. I'm not 100%. We'll see how that impacts them. But Fly, if it is a sub, what do you think it changes on this Eagles dynamic?
Very quickly, I want to say that I did actually vote for the Sharks. That was just a bit of a mess up by me. I am saying the Sharks 3-0 for my official predictions, but in terms of Goku coming in, I don't know how much an effect that might have on this team. Not playing with your third.
Ken. It is Ken. Before we get too far, it's Ken. Yeah, I got to start enforcing that name rule. I really got to. But it's just really hard for me to enforce that. She's too enforcing it. Either way, so you're playing with Ken still, but you believe in the Sharks.
Yeah.
That was your overall. Go ahead.
Bit of back and forth here early on. I'm liking how the Eagles are playing. They're starting to contain the Sharks, and a nice passing play out of their own end between Kent and Mitch gets the opening goal for the Eagles. They take 1-0.
It's a great start for the Eagles coming out. You know, maybe the underdog, who knows? But a bit of a breakdown on the defense there from the Sharks. You had a pass from Nuss that nobody was there for, but nobody was there on the defense either. Just sort of out of position, too far on the right, chasing boost in the midfield, and now the onus is on the Sharks to come back. But this is a good start. Staying it downfield, better save coming out from the Eagles, and they're happy to take a 1-0 lead in this game, possibly a 1-0 lead. Still, though, 3:30 left, lots of time for these Sharks to get back into it as we transition downfield. The Eagles looking to add to that lead, but a positive bounce for the Sharks will make that dangerous. Nuss with the demo as well. DCR not quite able to find and corral this one now. Having to play in the midfield is Slice, gets it past one. Looking for a teammate center possibly. He'll take it off ceiling, popping down. Nuss is there. Can he make a shot? Wasn't able to quite read that one. And another opportunity goes quite the wayside, transitioning downfield now. Eagles put a pop downfield slice to Nuss. This is rather open, and it crossbars down and out. And it feels like the Sharks are knocking on that door, just not quite able to get them to answer and buy the Girl Scout points.
It's really close for the Sharks right now. They have absolutely learned from their mistake off that first goal. You're seeing DTR and Nuss jump on these balls before they can even get out of their own zone. Finally, the attack switches to the other side, and the Eagles go back on the offensive, looking for that second insurance goal halfway through this game.
Eagles, they're doing a good job of taking the ball back downfield, just burning time off the clock. And as I said, a 1-0 lead, you'll take it. It's still a win, right? At the end of the day, and a missed touch here and a missed play makes it a 2-0 lead as the ball will finally float into the Ken, aka Goku here, and the Eagles take a surprising 2-0 lead.
Oh, that is a painfully bad touch from Nuss. I know he definitely didn't mean to do it. You saw him pulling away as quickly as he can. Unfortunately, he just wasn't quick enough. Slice actually had a great passing play off of that as well, but again, it's all for naught. Eagles will take that 2-0 lead, and immediately they're starting to pull away with this game, no matter how good the Sharks have looked on offense.
They are, but you know, there's still plenty of time to get back in this series if you're the Sharks. They've had a lot of shots, and another one almost comes through here. They just aren't able to put any of them on target. It's not even difficult right now for the Eagles to make any of these saves because none of the balls ever even approach the back of the net. And, you know, it's something that they have to clean up. But we said they might come out rusty in game 1. And I think the series will be defined by game 2. If the Eagles can take 2 in a row, I think the Sharks are done. But if the Sharks can find their rhythm in game 2, we're looking at a much different ball game. That said, still a minute 30 left in this one. So the Sharks theoretically can come back if Nuss will be one and move it downfield. For the Sharks team, Mitch will put the center, trying to buy time again. Time is the enemy of these Sharks. Kent was able to stop him. The demo chaser coming out from the Sharks though, and now again, ball just floating around, burning time, and if you're the Eagles, this is the perfect scenario.
Look at, I'm loving how the Eagles are playing right now. If the ball gets on the backboard, they're not immediately booming it back down. They're holding out for a challenge that even if the Sharks win, they're not going to get any ground off of it. They're trying to carry it from their own backboard. They're just doing everything right to annoy the Sharks and preventing any kind of offense from coming out from this roster. And I am completely loving it.
It's been really good, but now finally a chance for the Sharks, but not fast enough. And Kent able to motor back downfield and make the save. If the Sharks don't score here, you imagine we're out of this game. Still exploding, still unable to get those to fall on target. And for the Sharks, that's the number one takeaway this game. You've got to find shots on target. Beautiful demo from Mitch. Will stall the momentum again. 20 seconds remaining. Game level secured for the Eagles.
Yeah, 18 seconds left. Doesn't look likely. Luke is just going to carry it out. He's gone by 2. He's gone by 3 of the Sharks players. Nice offensive chance for the Eagles, but no capitalization. Not that they need it anyway. 5 seconds left. 2-goal lead in their favor. It does look like they will take game 1 of this series, immediately putting my prediction to rest. But the Eagles, they're looking great through the first game. That was a textbook performance from them.
It was, and but to their credit, the Sharks, Slice never came alive, and we talked about on the desk, if Slice doesn't come alive, this team doesn't come alive. You know, the vacation, all that aside, I think what the Eagles did was a fantastic job of punishing the simple mistakes the Sharks made. Both goals came off of Sharks' mistakes, and they never were really punished. I mean, only 5 shots for the Sharks, in which it felt like they had so much offensive momentum. 2 saves for the Eagles, right? And 0 goals for the Sharks. 3 unaccounted for shots, even for the few that registered as a shot from the Eagles. And going forward, you have to pick that up. You have to clean that up if you're the Sharks. Still, if the Eagles play like that, a no-nonsense game where we'll just take your mistakes and roll with the rest of the game, we could be looking at a much different scoreline than what we found on the desk.
Yeah, and heading into game 2, the thing that the Sharks need to change is exactly what you said. You need to get more quality opportunities in the attacking zone. They have the pressure to lock in the Eagles, and that's what they were doing at times in that game. But they never got anything really substantial out of their attacks. One of those shots that was actually saved was a floater from Slice that was just rolling and bouncing towards the net. It was completely inconsequential. So they only had one good opportunity in that entire game, and 5 minutes of Rocket League for one chance is not how you want to be doing. That's not the key to offense.
No, but when they did, and now up 1 in the series, again we saw Sharks possession. Slice got a bump, but nobody shows up, and there was no shot on. So it's like they're going through the motions. It looks good, but they're not quite able to finish out the performance. Still, a lot of time left. Both teams 0-0. Now the Eagles with some possession. Mitch will put that upfield to Luka, looking to get another back pass. This is a great team play forming. A double commit. That one on, he might have got in. Still the great teamwork coming out from the Eagles. Fantastic touch. Still, I mean, both teams sort of feeling each other out. Popping it downfield, popping a high. We've seen more team play come out of the Eagles already this game, but a dunk from Slice will open it up with the first Sharks goal of the season.
Great aerial from Slice. Gets over 1, dunks on Luka, catches the entire defense completely flat-footed on the rotate. They obviously were not ready for that ball at all, and Slice takes advantage, getting the Sharks the first goal of the series.
Say what you want about Slice. If you don't challenge him in the air fast enough, he will ruin you. He's showing his prowess there. Excellent dunk. Solo bringing his team back into this with some momentum. Though in the corner, this is dangerous. The Eagles have done a really good job of working together on their transitions to clear it out, but you have to maintain that possession all the way downfield. It's not good enough to get a transition pass downfield and 1 shot on. You have to maintain that offense. That is the key, I believe, to these Eagles staying in this one. But now the Sharks will move it downfield to the Eagles' territory. Slice, full possession, pops it out center, looking for teammate. He has 1 in Nuss, and Nuss will bury the shot. Teamwork going the other way for these Sharks now. They're up 2.
I mean, you might say that's entirely the pass. Nuss didn't have to do much, but that is perfect placement on that shot. Right over the defender's head. He can't reach it at all, no matter how hard he tries. The Sharks take a 2-0 lead off the back of a beautiful pass.
Establishing here. DTR able to pop it over Ken. Didn't really see him there. It's a bit of a lucky placement, but either way, DTR, good heads-up awareness to corral this one in the back of the net here as he just turns right into it. And now Sharks, 3-0 lead, 3 minutes left in this game.
Comes time for the Eagles. That's the silver lining. Still have time, but we were saying that about the Sharks last game, and look how that turned out. It's a shutout win for the Eagles. Now the tables have turned. The Eagles need to get on their horses. They really have to start pressuring in the transition game. Like you said, they're getting into the zone fine, but staying in the zone is another matter entirely. Loving the passing plays, if they do more of that in the attacking zone instead of in their own end, they might still have a chance of taking this game.
And, you know, I love some of the team plays coming out from the Eagles, but at a certain point you saw the Sharks adapt to it, right? And oftentimes, especially in Major, some of the best shots or the best plays are those ones that are just so unexpected that you go, what is he doing there? Case in point, DTR's shot, right? Beats Kent because he doesn't know that he's just sort of cherry picking in the corner. And so maybe if you're the Eagles, start to get some of that. And, you know, you can't force unexpected plays, but try to get some of that unpredictability in your gameplay rather than just a 1-2 bang down field easy save. Like, it's all going to be on the Eagles to make the adjustments. This is a good pass here, though, on an open net. Now Nuss is back in there, but Mitch will need him and get his team back in with 2 minutes left. The Eagles are far from out of it.
That was a great pass across from Luka, and finally, they make a play in the attacking zone, and it works out beautifully. Rotate's not quite there for the Sharks, and Nuss was kind of left alone on the goal line, unable to make that save, and now, a minute on from when they went down 3-0, they scored their first one. They got 2 minutes to make something happen.
And what I really loved about that, too, was Mitch's awareness to just wait. He could have banged that one on, and Nuss possibly could have got there, but he just plays Nuss like a fiddle. He just was like, I'll hold this ball until I know exactly where you're going to be committed to, and then beat you on it. So, Eagles definitely still in this one, though it's time to sit down. They need to score soon for the Sharks. We're going to not let that happen. Nuss will pop over one, and take Kent's touch here, still in possession, or the Sharks finally Kent able to beat him, but a team bump will open this back up for the Sharks. Slice beats 2, ball floating dangerously, a miss from DTR. Now Eagles 2v2 situation, weren't quite able to capitalize on that. Ball floating dangerous in the midfield. All the Sharks got to do is put it downfield. Everybody's whipping from the Eagles. Somebody's got to hit that ball, and now the Sharks just were given a freebie.
Oh my goodness, DDR almost getting it in, and pops out for Slice, unable to get the shot. And Kent will move it back downfield. He's passing across to Mitch. He gets the touch into the corner. They still have a chance on offense here, but Slice is going to take it down on transition up into the corner for the pass down to the middle. But now the Sharks have come alive on the offense, looking for one more shot from Nuss. They can finish it off. They'll still stay on the offense. Difficulty breaking out from the Eagles.
Yeah, you know, you play there. Mitch sort of goes through the ball instead of the bump, which I don't agree with because I think he could have bumped a teammate off and possibly gotten one of those little spicy, weird goals. That said, the Sharks are going to get one here. A pop-up is an excellent pass, but a double commit. This leaves it open now on the transition from Mitch. Does he have the boost, though, to make this play? He just pops it up and leaves it for Kent. This is still dangerous. Look what the shot. Can't find the angle, but he finds the second. And with 20 seconds left, the Eagles now own this game.
Still alive. Kent off the backboard of Luka, and a lucky bounce off the post, barely going behind the back of Slice. Luka managing to be in the right place at the right time to finish that off, and with 20 seconds left, they still have a chance.
I mean, it feels like it's both teams' game to win or lose. Neither team has come out looking super dominant so far. The Eagles, of course, they would love this game to go up 2-0 in the series, but is standing strong here, or the Sharks defense, you can see them throw everything they got on the defense, just chilling in the net. Don't want to let one of those silly goals in. As the time will tick down, the Sharks will tie us up now 1-1 in this.
Great bounce back game from the Sharks, especially in that first half. They started to get their stuff together. They started communicating, getting some passing plays going, and really using Slice as the starting point for all their attacks. I think only that third goal from Nuss to DDR was the only one that wasn't influenced by Slice at all. Most of the attacks came from him and expanded out from there, and I really liked how they looked in that game too. But the back half of the game belonged to the Eagles. They turned it around, and they kind of scared me for a bit. It kind of looked like they were going to make something happen, maybe get that 3-0 comeback. They were stopped. It is a tie series, and honestly, your guess is as good as mine as who's going to take this.
Well, I want to ask you, though, does that momentum play a huge factor, you believe, in Game 3? Now we're tied up 1-1, but the Eagles, like you said, dominated the back half of that game, too, even though they did lose. Do you think they can carry that momentum into the next game and score first, score early, and put these Sharks on the back foot going into Game 4? Or do you think with this break here in between, all the reset, both teams sort of starting from an even ground?
I think if they do score that first goal, it's a complete and utter morale kill for the Sharks. But if this drags out a bit, if they go a minute and a half, 2 minutes with no goals to either side, it's a brand new game. I don't think the momentum influences it all that much unless the Eagles can come out immediately and score a decisive goal on this team. But saying that, we're going into game 3. Mitch is going to kick us off with a nice double tap to Kent, looking for the goal. Difficult save from Slice. Off the bat, the team play is coming out from the Eagles.
Yeah, but good saves coming out from the Sharks, and all they really need is a good transition play. But Mitch put it on the back wall. He wants the Eagles to score early, like you said, and a miss comes through, but a better save. PCR, still, Eagles encroaching, looking to get something going. Slice himself will take it out, trying to find his team a bit of a reprieve. He will 51, and Mitch beats the other, looking for a teammate in the midfield, but has nobody, so has to do it himself. Good 50 there, keeping the pressure for these Eagles on the offense. And if you're the Sharks, you got to find a way to maintain momentum on the offensive half still. Eagles looking to score early. Slice, what a save coming off the back wall. Eagles still not to be denied. Still a minute basically of straight offense from them and still not able to find anything. Does that impact their momentum going forward and their mental going forward in this game?
Oh, it's pretty close. Luka really looking to poke and prod into the offensive zone of the Eagles, but all those chances are being denied. They've had 4 shots in the opening minute, which is just astounding for the major level, really. You're not expecting to get that much offense this early on. I'm loving how the Eagles are playing, and they might just be able to break through here. Kent's unable to get that shot through. We'll stay 0-0 for now, but it does look a bit desperate on the defense for the Sharks. They are diving across their own net. Slice is kind of looking to do a bit too much, more than he has to, definitely. It could come back to bite them, especially later on in the series when you start getting to those high-pressure games.
That's one of the burdens of being your team's all-star. You have to be the one to make plays, whether you're fit to do it or not, whether you feel like you should be doing it or not. Either way, we'll see, can the Slice differential come through here against the Eagles, who have looked fairly dominant in this game. DTR will be 2, but a really good touch out to Mitch here. Eagles space and time. Now pass to Ken, actually, and Slice can't get to that. And what I thought was just a transition play turns into a transition goal. What a team play from the Eagles.
Ken looks at where Slice is, and he just puts it right behind him. A perfectly slotted shot. Excellently done from Kent. 1-0 for the Eagles. They've looked dominant.
They have. And it's really, the Sharks in this game have not bought any of that momentum, and another goal for Kent from Mitch. The passing duo here comes through. The Sharks clearly showing some weaknesses on defense. The Eagles, if they take this game, could well take in a game 4 and take the series.
Momentum well and truly in the Eagles' favor. Kent already with 2 goals, both of them assisted by Mitch. That pairing is working out beautifully. I'm loving this Eagles team. I mean, we were talking about internal issues. There's a beautiful shot from Nuss, but it doesn't go on. Slice still trying to make the offense happen, but a good read from Luka to get it out. Just excellent work from the Eagles all around. They seem to have sorted out those internal issues. I don't know if it's just pressure to play well from management or just their own drive, but this seems like a brand new Eagles team that we're watching on the pitch right now, and it's looking great.
Sharks giving away far too much possession to the Eagles. We're looking to change things here as they had taken it to the Eagles half, but Luka able to just take this out. The Sharks need to maintain some momentum, need to hold the ball and move it downfield to open something up, and a 50 comes through from Ken, and he will find his hat trick of the game and put his team up 3-0.
This is unbelievable. They are pressuring every single touch from the Sharks. Like, the Sharks, in that play, had 3 touches. The first one countered immediately by Mitch, who was actually cherry-picking in the Sharks zone. The second one on the corner, counter dunked on into the front, and then that final challenge, Kent denies it, puts it in the back of the net, and Eagles, I can't say it enough, these guys are looking incredible.
They are very dominant so far with their ball possession, their ball movement. And now it's on the Sharks. They need to figure something out. They're being met at every turn, every challenge by these Eagles. So Sharks have got to find a way to break their midfield possession as they continue to just give the ball away. And another crucial demo to help maintain these Eagles' possession. If you're the Sharks, You have got to figure out how to dribble it upfield, beat two, and get it to its teammate. That said, Eagles once again encroaching, want to bury the Sharks here. Minute left in this game, all but over. The Sharks, they need a miracle. They need to score here to stay in this one. This might be the miracle as a misstep from Mitch goes to nuts, but he's not able to crowd down. Neither is DTR. Luka hold the ball for more time. Nuss will get a demo on his rotation back and finds the pressure off. The Sharks 5 minute or two here to breathe, but another, weird little communication error. Ball just floating. So let's see able to get there, but 8 boost. He can't do much. And the ball just still floating. The Sharks not working in between each other. Popping out midfield. Time is your enemy. And with the ball floating, now we're at 40 seconds left in this game. All but over. Looks like Eagles are going to be up, but a good team play comes up. As I say that, maybe never mind. 40 seconds left. A team play. Beautiful. DTR to Nuss. Keeps them in it. Now down 2.
That's a great touch from Nuss. Absolutely spectacular aerial ability from him. And not all hope is lost. 40 seconds, definitely not a lot of time to get this win. And that doesn't not help the Eagles' chances either. You still have possession control. You still have those infield passes, and they might just have a 4th goal here. Luckily cleared out by DTR. They're really looking to put the Sharks on the back foot moving into game 4. If the Eagles win this, they will be on match point, looking to get that 4th goal. Unfortunately, unable to do
this time will take away. Eagles have secured game 3 here, and now a 2-1 lead in the series. Not really a scoreline I think anyone saw coming. Moving into this one, particularly the Sharks themselves, I think they maybe had more expectations of them. So going forward into game 4, what do they have to do from the Sharks to find their rhythm, to get the dub like they did game 2, and to take us to a 3rd game 5 of the night?
They need to find a midfield presence. Almost all the goals that game were decided by the midfield control. Even the Sharks' own goal, DTR moved up in the midfield, Nuss was there to support him, and they get a goal out of it. So, really, the Sharks, they just have to get more midfield control. It sounds so simple, but it's unbelievably hard to execute in practice. And that's just where they're struggling right now. They're letting Kent, Luka, and Mitch just jump on them at every opportunity. And now moving into game 4, it's come back to haunt them, and now they're on match point. They need this win. Slice needs to show up.
Do or die for the Sharks. Again, we do move into game 4 of a best-of-5. Eagles are up 2-1 in this series, looking to take the early lead here as they'll move it downfield. Mitch with no boost, but still, ball floats dangerously in front of the Sharks' net. Slice not able to clear this. Luka with a fantastic pre-read, and we're already seeing the establishment of that Eagles midfield presence you talked about before as the shot comes through. Not quite able to find it, but it will be DTR. Still, that's one away of the Eagles. Sharks look like that change. Got an opportunity to slice down to Nuss. The tried and true duo. But, I mean, passes like that, you've shown are not going to cut the mustard against this Eagles team. They read those all day long and just reestablish their midfield presence.
It's unbelievable. Kent, especially Mitch. Mitch, to untrained eye, looks like he's just cutting rotations. But really, he's just annoying the crap out of Slice. Every time Slice has the ball and goes up to one of these aerials, he is harassed by 2 members of the Eagles roster. Like, it's such unorthodox tactics from this team, but it's completely working. You see it again there. Mitch just jumps on the guy as soon as he gets a touch, and it's working like a charm. They are dominating the Sharks roster and just hunting for that 1st goal.
You know, it was a theory that I had heard from a long time ago that I got some flack for, which was just that Sharks, all you have to do is find an equal to or better than competent player to Slice, shut him down, challenge him, get in his face, cut him off. It's sort of like an old basketball theology, where you find that best guy on the field, or best guy on the court, rather, and for basketball, and you just mark him. You full man him, mark him with your best defender, and frustrate him. Don't let him get started. The Eagles have found that philosophy to a T. Like you said, Mitch constantly in his face, challenging him at every turn, not letting him get that aerial game established like he did in game 2. And that's really hurting these Sharks' offensive potential. And so, if you're the Sharks, how do you break out of that? If you have a team that knows how to do that, and that is truly what the difference is, how do you help him out?
Yeah, I feel like I'm commentating a lacrosse game right now, but you gotta get open for the man. You gotta give him other options than just go, slice, carry it upfield, hurry, rush, do anything, just do it yourself. You gotta support the man. He's obviously not going to be able to do it with 3 Eagles players on him at every moment. So Nuss and DTR have to get open, have to give him some options on the defense and on that transition game to get the ball out of their own zones. Right now, halfway through this game, and they are held to 0 shots.
Trying to get one here, but again, just taking it downfield, giving away possession to the Eagles. A good fake from Luka, who has 0 boost. So he's just flopping, but he manages to beat 2. And with 0 boost, that shouldn't happen in a major level. Still now, due to that, the Eagles on the offense. Mitch will pop it up. He's had some fantastic passes so far that we're not quite able to find a teammate. But Luka re-sliced perfectly. Sharks finally able to clear this downfield. Still without a shot. Still searching for the first one, and still unable to as the Eagles again take it out of their corner. When the transition, a good demo comes out. That was dangerous, but a good save. Buying some time, I think it was DTR for the Sharks. Still ball floating on their half. It's only a matter of time unless they can clear this one out. If they're going to be able to get scored on here by these Eagles. It's do or die Sharks. This one's dangerous. DTR pops it forward. Still Eagles encroaching, looking for something, looking to get the center to a teammate. Maybe he'll take it off sidewall. He has Kent there, buying a little bit of time, looking to do it himself, actually. That was almost dangerous. 2 Shark defenders have to go up to save that. DTR finally able to beat Luka in the midfield. Kent keeps this in. Nuts awkward, floats too far high, not able to put this one downfield. And the Sharks just cannot get out of their path.
They really can't. Every time they try, Mitch has a challenge and pops it to the sidewall. Kent is going up for it. There's a demo that prevents them from getting it. Everything that I'm saying is happening live, but it's also been happening for the last 4.5 minutes of gameplay, and yet the Eagles cannot score. It's a paradox right now. One team can't get on the offense, the other team can't score on the offense. It's unbelievable that the Eagles are unable to capitalize here. At the same time, the Sharks are always dangerous. Slice is looking to work it out of his own end. He's going to go for the aerial. Musty flick. Doesn't get all of it. Luke is just going to carry it out, gets demoed for his troubles. Another demo coming from Mitch, and just back on offense for the Eagles. Back on the road. Get back on your horse. I'm using everything I can in my arsenal here. They just got to find a way to score.
Sharks are for sure stepped up there, but you're never going to win if you can't get a shot on it. And the Eagles, I mean, to their credit, they've slowed down, they've sped up, they're changing their pace of play to take this one to OT. Finally a reset. Maybe this is what the Sharks lose. They had to OT here in game 4.
They're still at 0 shots. They've had 0 opportunities, and now the series is over. Luka getting the goal off the kickoff. That would be how this game ends, wouldn't it? But Luka, the hero of game 4, finishes it off, and the Eagles, good God, what a game.
Dominated Slice on the kickoff and just dominated the Sharks all game long. You know, we talked about it. The Eagles, they maintained pressure from start to finish of this match, never took their foot off the gas pedal. And the Sharks, they saved it so often, but you can only stay on defense for so long. They had to have been drained. They couldn't figure out a way to transition downfield and clear that ball out of their half together. It just felt like a very disjointed game. They couldn't get anything started, so credit to the Eagles again. Like I said, shut down Slice, you shut down this team. They certainly did a good job of that. And, you know, I have to ask you now, you watch this game, Eagles, that's a huge win for them to keep them in the playoff hunt. And now you've opened the door, these Sharks have, to the Lions. You know, with that performance, where do you think the Sharks rank now in the major lineup? This is just a big question and major